Om Shanti. Practice being in the stage of soul consciousness. Become introverted. Spiritual wonders. The basis for concentration is introversion. By being introverted, you will experience the wonders of the subtle powers. To stay in your soul conscious stage and invoke souls. To have a heart-to-heart conversation with souls. To transform the nature and sanskars of souls. To enable souls to make a connection with the Father. You will experience these spiritual wonders. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 10. Practice being in the state of soul consciousness. Become introverted. Today's topic spiritual wonders. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. There is a saying, it is in Hindi, but I translate Antarmukhi Sada Sukhi. If you want to be always happy, be introverted. So the source of our happiness is coming from my true self, from Baba. So when there is introversion, whatever is happening externally, outside, when we are extroverted, that is some body consciousness, then all the time, who is what is going on, what is this, all the time thoughts are connected with physical world. And Baba wants us, and our God's task, and I as an instrument need introversion. Because not only it has concentration, but clarity. And clarity is accurate, right? And there will be lot of not only self-trust, but happiness will be, because whatever I do is okay, is good, is right. So today I had really beautiful feelings that true soul consciousness is introversion, and there is concentration, and I'm listening to Baba. There is lot of joy in that, happiness in that. But also the way Mama is saying that God doesn't come, He comes to make us worthy of temple. What we had become was monkey, and now we are becoming like temple, deity of a temple. The traces very subtly of all the vices. Attachment, greed, ego, very subtle influences. And that influence is because of extroverted. So this month is the month to practice. And also look at that My behavior is not like a monkey, but like a deity. To be seated on the throne of Varshuvardhi stage. Very interesting to observe one's own self, because that's what introverted helps us. And as my stage keep improving better and better, it helps all the souls to ascend. And everyone should feel ascending when they are in company. We have started this 7 o'clock meditation since we were in Peace Village. And I find it so powerful, right? Half an hour after whole day of our interaction, action, seva, whatever. Just withdraw, be with Baba. And suddenly the experiences which emerge, this, especially this introversion. And then Baba further today gave us another attraction, and that is of spiritual wonders. Prabhu Leela, how God acts, what He does, His divine energy, what He creates. So this is all a different kind of seva, to see the wonders, spiritual wonders. And that is through concentration, introversion. So I was saying, observe spiritual wonders. The basis for concentration is introversion. And concentration here is with one. By being introverted, you will experience the wonders of subtle powers. Whether it's power of purity, whether it's power of love, all different subtle powers. By being introverted, you will experience the wonders of the subtle powers. To stay in your soul conscious state and to invoke souls, to invoke the souls, very, very subtle, or the souls uh, feel the pull. Heart to heart conversation with souls. These days, very few sit and talk about spiritual experiences, spiritual deepening of understanding. We call it soul to soul conversation. It's always about service, circumstances, issues. But there was a time, and I think we have to make that heart to heart conversation with souls. To transform the nature and sanskars of the soul. Anyone who stays with me should be so inspired that they start transforming themselves, right? But if we look at the sanskars of others, they can't take anything from us. But I have to change my sanskars, make good efforts. So Baba says, when you do it, then it invokes others also. To transform, so Baba says, heart to heart conversation, nowhere. I never saw people having heart to heart conversation. They always talk about service, about this, that. To transform the nature and sanskars of the soul, to enable souls to make a connection with the Father. And it's happening more and more within our family, Brahmin family. Mhm. Disheartened, disappointed, anxiety. Suddenly, all sanskars emerging to enable souls to make a connection with the Father. You will experience these spiritual wonders. And if I experience spiritual wonders, I will sit and describe, share. Others will also have it, right? So this spiritual relationship, right, with spiritual conversation about efforts, about that creates true love for each other too. Seva is important, karma yoga is important. That will naturally happen. And what's the foundation, right? So spiritual wonders for that, introversion is important. So enjoy it. Mm, different kind of happiness, powers. Om Shanti.
Oh, Shanti Didi ji.
Hello, Vadiben.
It seems like it's been a while.
Yeah, it feels like that. Even
And
we together in Peace Village. And
yeah, but I have to just, I don't know, I don't want to say admire, but appreciate and bow to your being there every single day and for everyone and how I don't know if there's one inspiration that guides you or if it's on a daily basis or what, but that thing of making yourself so very available to everyone, and then whether it's people coming seeking guidance or even allowing yourself to be I was hearing them singing songs to you, they compose songs and like in a state of great enjoyment and love, and you're able to, it's not that you're desiring that, but that it's a manifestation of their love, and that you're able to do that as well. Is there something going on at the moment that we see this increase? Like someone mentioned that perhaps the reason that Didi's so available this time is because, once again, we haven't seen next year. We don't know whether at that time you're going to be more in India or whether this might be the last possibility of something like this. Did that ever enter your head, or what is your inspiration?
Some souls were leaving. I don't want to mention the name, and they said, "Oh, we wish one day we all could just live together like this."
Yeah.
That feeling of being in Madhuban, or when souls were leaving, they all of them were feeling that the company and the Peace Village, whatever the way, it's the experience of Madhuban itself. I don't think about where I will be, but for now we know that it's both. I see the importance of being here also, and of course also being in India is unlimited too. And I realize that for us, whether Jayanti and myself, it is very important for us to be here also, because little bit of everyone is doing well, lot of service, but somewhere we find that we have to go, as Baba said today, to see the spiritual wonders, right? And divine acts of God. And so as Baba is giving us the experience, we share with others.
So is it because you have the wide angle view to begin with that helps to make this possible, or would you say that it's love? Do you know a different kind of love now than, say, when, for example, you really just had the responsibility, the real responsibility was just of this region, although you've always thought for world service. But have you found more love in yourself? Has it increased? This thing, love, is a tricky thing.
See, Baba has love for us, and his love is what helps for Baba in the way that he could give Murli every day, he could create sustenance. Whatever he gives is because of that love, right? So sometimes I feel that souls can do little better. You know, I had been appreciating specialties so much everyone is doing, but I feel still with what their role is, they can do little bit more deeper spiritual and when I look at Baba's sacred spaces, they can do much better in many different ways by our change in the instrument.
So is it that there's that
Love for
the
Yagya.
love is lacking, that there's do we have the ability to take all the love that Baba is giving first, and then just like, I could have a lot of money, but it's just sitting there and I'm not doing anything with it. And so is it that we have this love, but we don't know how to use it, or is it love is the component that's missing in our ability to be more and do more?
It's not, it's like subtle obstructions are there. That's why even if we have power of love, purity, but it could work in a better way. It can work more. But that I see that is not happening.
So what increased yours? Because we know yours has increased. What was the thing that increased it?
I think, I don't know. I have to.
Is it the responsibility?
I don't see responsibility because I was thinking that day I came to Baba, or when I was Baba's young child, I was almost same what I am today. In
You
this,
really think so?
no, when I say basic principles,
Okay.
basic qualities were always there.
Hmm.
That's why Baba, I shouldn't say in Sakar Baba, he really loved me.
Yeah.
Was Mama or even Dadis, every time they kind of reminding me of something. Like Dadi Janki will point out finger, you all can do this. But only thing is, it's now expanded, no? But basic was there, the foundation was there. It's only later on. I don't see as responsibility, but I feel the need of the yagya. What is the
Okay.
need of yagya?
Okay.
I was telling today, actually, Dr. Pratap called for something, and I was telling him that I stay there 3 months, right? And I don't know if I could bring changes in systems or anything because they are well established. But what I feel that whatever I do is doing for yagya. What yagya needs at this time. So yagya needs love for everyone. And the souls, even when he left from here, of course, everyone was feeling full and happy, but some still went with their sorrow or something. And so I was thinking that at this time, really what is important for everyone, love and belonging, right? And so when we are naturally loveful, that is why I asked Eric to repeat this class, which he did in Peace Village, because it was very nicely put about power of love, that even those who are very diverse to you, you can make them good friends if there is love. And
Uh,
here
mhm.
we find with little differences, People don't talk, they don't work together. This is difficult, that one is difficult. So where is God's love? If I am feeling God's love, why others don't feel that love from me, no? So it's kind of, I feel the need of yagya within Brahmin family. Everywhere is this kind of, even Baba in Revised Morley said today about the family love. And as he said, I like this one, I can't get along, this one. Whole day stories, old stories. Someone came to me from a country. I said, please don't tell me same story.
Yeah.
Find why, how can we be together? Find how can we one family? Find, little things are, I think it must happen. It's coming to close our stage of perfection, yagya. If it's coming to completion, the change will come in all of us, no?
Didi, I find, love to me is a very big concept and is a nebulous kind of a thing. I don't know, who has defined it in real terms. And in that Aviak Murli, the 1969 one, part of it was about the difference in the experience when we come and then how that dissipates. And I must listen tomorrow night to hear what the rest of it was. But two things that Baba was talking about yesterday. One was the love. And the other one, which I sometimes think is almost more important, is respect. He spoke about respect, self-respect, and he also spoke about regard. And I think I don't know how, I can't say I love people, but I do know how to have respect and I do know how to be kind. And so I think it's not the love that's the thing. It's
love,
respect.
love is what will create self-respect in others, no?
Love is what will
no,
create. That's nice. That's nice.
but
Right.
also respect means accept people as they are.
Yes. You
Not
see, yes, this is the thing, that love isn't just love. It contains so many things, and acceptance is a big part of it.
One time, Manor Dadi, I was quite young, many years ago. She was in Delhi and she told me, if you expect everyone to be like you will
Right.
be disappointed.
Yeah.
Because even qualities wise, efficiency, whatever, she said, and after that, I see them what they are and what they could do, then what I expect from them. So I am never kind of disappointed because I feel, well, this one has this potential, this one has this. My love is expressed to see that everyone's future is good, everyone feels belonging, and so love can be expressed, in many, many different ways. But it's not there at all. Everywhere. I'm not talking about one place or other.
Yeah.
That is why when somebody came, why we don't get more surrender people, why we don't get instruments, why we don't have younger people. I said, oh, from where? No, we don't know how to let them be what they are, but still they are good instruments of Baba. No,
Yeah. And I was saying,
I mean,
sorry.
I have lived with the people of complete different nature, just with the respect and love. This one is God's instrument. Baba has chosen, so we have to set example.
Yeah.
So
That I agree.
we use the powers then, no?
Yeah.
Where where I will use my tolerance, where I will use adjustment, where will I use, all 8 powers I have to use.
Yeah.
So I think that it will happen, I am sure. So that awakening which needs to happen, I think can make, not only everything enjoyable all the time, but very, very constructive too.
One of the things I was thinking about in the last few days, and something that only struck me yesterday, what I've been thinking about a little while ago, is this whole thing of respect, because I think respect is very important. that many still, I asked people, what was your respect based on before Baba? I know it could have been on family, it could have been on education, it could have been on profession. And that gets carried into our Brahmin life sometimes. And then others feel that you may be appearing superior or whatever. And then I was thinking about, do you see how that happens, right? That sometimes people go back to an old sense of, it's not even a conscious thing of arrogance of education or wealth or whatever. But I was remembering that I never thought about it before. The kind of respect that I got from my mother, didn't even know it at the time, but I know I've carried it through my whole life. Never thought about it until yesterday. And so, in the same way that and it wasn't like she was trying to teach me or anything, it was just something I picked up. So, can you also say that in a class situation or a center situation, that the instrument can provide at some level the students, that the instrument can influence their sense of self-respect?
Yeah, definitely. It's not only students, but surroundings. And it's so interesting. One time, one sister at one of the center in New York was telling me that, you know, like they were two of them, but they had little differences. She said one morning I got up that if she was my younger sister, would have been different to her than this one. And she realized that she does. Because if she had a younger sister, how she would have responded, how she would have tried to nurture, or not looking at the weaknesses but helping her.
Very nice.
And she said, I changed after that completely, that if it was my younger sister, how I would have done.
Very nice.
So we say we are sisters, but sometimes that doesn't look like.
Yeah.
All these things will change.
I think so too. And then the other thing that Baba touched on yesterday, he used two words, and I don't know whether they're different in Hindi or not. One is respect, self-respect, and respect. He started the whole Murli with that thing of how he gave respect. Like the first thing he gave us was self-respect in the teaching of the soul. But what was I going to say now? I've forgotten. That respect. Yeah, I lost my thread. Sorry. It'll come back in a minute, I'm sure.
I see also respect as
regard. I'm sorry. Yes, he used the two words, respect and regard. And like, say, for instance, when it comes to love or respect, I think of regard more as that I give regard to a position or whatever that good manners or whatever. Respect to all, regard to a position, to whatever. Do you see respect in that kind of a way that there's a certain kind of respect that you will give to students, there's a certain kind of respect that you'll give to equals, there's a certain kind of respect that you'll give to your instruments, and so on, or a regard, if you like, that there's a certain regard that you would provide different.
Two qualities, acceptance and appreciation.
Okay.
And when you look at someone and say, oh, this one is good in this one is good in this, at this time at least I feel that to say this one is not good in that is people's reputation, right? If someone says Sister Mohini said this for this one,
right.
I am so attentive to always say good things, support everyone. At this time, I don't want to even see or know what that person, doing right or wrong. Because everyone has lot of qualities. And if more we respect those qualities or respect those, whatever they could do, I think that's true love and respect both, no? So that could be also regard.
Yeah, and can you have this thing of, I sometimes joke and say that, well, okay, so Baba loves everybody, but does he like me? So in the same way that I know I'm supposed to have love for everybody, can I have love and yet not like somebody so much? you know, uh, uh, which
in
is more important?
my own insecurities,
Go ahead, tell me more.
a lot of insecurities about trusting, allowing others to do, all that is very, very important. I think love's expression is in so many different ways.
I think so too. That it's
So,
like love
yeah,
is,
and if even if somebody said was not in good shape, came to me and I said, just say 2 words of blessing to me. That's enough. So I said, and she said, since I went back, I keep repeating that, and it has helped me to change my stage. All that, even for physical health, you will be surprised that Bhumi Ben said, told a story. But so I was one sister. See, when people are sensitive in nature, right, their immune system is low because everything affects them. And then they start getting sick and they start curing, it doesn't work. So, what, they're saying that if you keep saying, even these Hatha Yoga people, your shoulder is not moving. So, when you're exercising, this shoulder is very bad. She said, don't say that.
yes.
Shoulder is listening. You
Mm.
say, this shoulder is behaving so well, is getting stronger.
Yeah.
So I told one of that sister in Peace Village, can you forget? Because she had been so, today she's sick about this. She did Ayurvedic, this, that. So I told her that this person said 200 times just to say that I'm healthy, I'm very well. But you do only 20, 30 times. She's getting better.
Wow.
So whether it is with the plant, with it is person, see, love is expressed in a thinking positively. Whether your body, you're doing very well. It's kind of you giving that energy,
Yeah. I
and
I uh
it's very important. So
I
I think love expression is to stay positive about everyone.
stay positive. And also I think there's some aspect in there, even though I may be junior and the other may be senior or whatever, but somewhere in the vibration there
Yeah.
is the feeling of equality. Not that I'm the same as that one, but where there's no inferior and superior, but there's some love has an equal feeling. Because the love that we know in the Lokic is like either parental love, romantic love,
Mhm.
whatever else, But in the Brahmin family, it's a different thing, We
Like Dadi Janki used to say, love and then care. No,
yes, right there you go,
so caring
caring.
for everyone, everywhere.
Yeah, I think so.
Their their
Seeing everyone,
their
yeah,
feel
but
their feelings, their talents, their
yeah,
everything we should kind of have that acceptance. I think is care is very important for
yeah.
anything. Even if you care about for your body, the way you will care will help the body.
Yeah, and I think that that word regard, which in French regarder means to see, and I think that's the thing where people feel they've been seen. That
Care.
yeah, that's an important part of it too. All right,
Yeah.
dear Didi, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bodhiman. It was very
Okay, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.